So the sun's finally starting to appear because summer is almost here. Hey, that rhymes. So it's the perfect time to jump into a video game where you're mostly underground in depressing metro systems because it's too dangerous to venture above ground thanks to all that irradiated mutant goings on around the place. This is Metro Last Light, and if you fancy a journey into post-apocalyptic Russia, then this is the game for you. Set in the same world as Metro 23, you play as Artyom, a voiceless hero, apart from the narrative story sections in the loading screens, who not only fights for his faction, but is also privy to weird visions because somehow he's connected to the Dark Ones, an alien race who could be friend or foe. Intriguing. You may think this looks like an RPG, but it is in fact a straight down the line FPS. However, its brooding tension and slow set pieces all add to the atmosphere immensely. There are times in the game you'll wander through populated areas, snatching overheard conversations about all manner of subjects that further the plot or just make the world seem more real. It's really very well put together. The Russian accents may be a bit shonky at times, but you know what? I've never actually been to Russia, so for all I know, they may actually speak like that when talking in English. You'll have a variety of guns to play with, such as shotguns, rifles, pistols and grenades. It's just a shame they don't pack more of a punch. Firing these weapons doesn't really satisfy. However, sneaking up on hapless enemies and slitting their throats does elicit some macabre fun, even if the guy standing right next to him doesn't seem to notice because you've just made the area that bit darker by unscrewing a light bulb. You can play the game with the usual HUD, but you can also play the game in Ranger mode, where the HUD and crosshair disappear, ammo is scarce, and everyone, including yourself, does more damage. This fundamentally changes the way you play the game, and makes you stick to the shadows, opting for stealth when you know it's the right time to pick people off one by one. Metro Last Light is a solid FPS with some fantastic visuals, great characterization, and convincing animations. In an odd way, it does feel a bit like a throwback akin to Half-Life 2, but that's by no way a bad thing. If you fancy a few atmospheric nights in, then it's highly recommended. It gets 8 out of 10. You've been watching a review from Gamesweasel. If you want to get the show each week, which includes video game reviews, news, previews, competitions and special features, then head over to Gamesweasel.com for our video podcast, Gamesweasel TV.
Gamesweasel.com